Hello everyone, welcome back to another DestinyVerse video. Today, we will be going over a build that circulates around the melee ability Combination Blow. This build is gonna allow you to get infinite ability uptime and insane boss DPS and ad clear. This build will also make enemies unable to attack you as you will be invisible almost 100% of the time. If you do not have any of the abilities, aspects, or fragments, make sure to visit Ikora Ray in the tower, who is right here on the map. Here you can meet all of your ability needs by purchasing them with Glimmer. I also will mention that you need a Guardian rank of 5 or higher to get access to some of the armor mods, something that will be crucial for this build. In case you don't want to watch this entire video and just want a link to all of the different items and abilities, there will be a Guardian Forge link down in the description. Since this is a melee build, we will not be using a specific exotic weapon, so I would fill it for an exotic DPS weapon such as Dragon's Breath. Let's go over our exotic armor piece of choice, Assassin's Cowl. Its exotic armor perk, Vanishing Execution, makes you invisible and restores a portion of your health and shields, more than half your total HP, when you kill a single target with your powered melee. Now, if we can find a way to get infinite melees, we will have infinite HP and invisibility. Now let's look at our Arc Hunter subclass screen, where most of the magic happens. And just like any good magician, we will be exposing the secrets. For our melee ability, we will be using Combination Blow. This is a quick strike that temporarily increases your melee damage when you get a kill with it. Defeating targets with this ability also fully refills your class ability energy and restores a small amount of health. This pairs insanely well with our class ability, Gambler's Dodge. This makes dodging near enemies give us our melee back. This allows us to create a loop where we use Combination Blow to get our dodge back, then use the dodge to get Combination Blow again. Already, you can notice a major build going on here. Whenever we get a kill with Combination Blow, you will become invisible, making enemies unable to attack you, and you will also heal for 75% of your max HP. And think about it, we still have 2 aspect slots, 4 fragment slots, and 15 armor mods to our disposal. That just puts us perspective on how good this build will be. We're also going to be taking the Pulse Grenade, which is already one of the best PvE grenades in Destiny. And we're going to pair it up with the fragment Spark of Shock. This fragment takes our grenade and makes it jolt targets, which is great when we pair it up with a certain aspect. Lethal Current. This aspect allows us to jolt a target when we melee a target after dodging. First of all, this goes along insanely well with the loop of punch dodge, as it will spread arcs of lightning to hit and defeat other targets, which turns Combination Blow from a single punch to an ad clearing machine. But that's not all Lethal Current does. It also makes it so that damaging a jolted target with a melee blinds them. This single aspect gives us overload and unstoppable champion compatibility, as you need to jolt targets to stun and overload, and blind to stun and unstoppable. This aspect is a very crucial part of this build. Flow State. This aspect makes it so that defeating a jolted target makes you amplified, an effect that makes you super fast. Flow State also adds more perks to being amplified too. While you are amplified, your dodge will also recharge very quickly, which is nice if you are in that tight situation where you don't have either your melee or your dodge. This is a very nice safeguard. For the rest of our fragments, we're going to have Spark of Magnitude, Ions, and Feedback. Spark of Magnitude grants our pulse grenades a longer duration, allowing them to deal more jolt and damage. Spark of Ions makes it so that defeating a jolted target will create an ionic trace, which gives us ability energy when we pick it up. And knowing how much jolt we will be dealing out, we will have almost infinite ability uptime. Spark of Feedback will increase our melee damage when we take melee damage from enemies, which will further boost our damage. For our super, we will be using Gathering Storm, as it is both good for clearing ads and dealing boss DPS. Now, let's look at our armor mods, as these will contribute a ton to help our abilities grow and deal more damage. For the helmet, we're going to be using Dynamo and Hands-On for super regeneration, and Powerful Friends to help people get armor charges. For our arms, we are going to have Heavy-Handed to make our melee kills drop orbs of power, and also 2 impact inductions to give us our grenade back when we deal damage with our powered melee. For the chest piece, we will take Emergency Reinforcement to get our HP back up when we get low, and also resist mods. For our legs, we're going to slap on Recuperation to get healing when we pick up an orb of power, and 2 Absolutions to boost all of our abilities when picking up an orb of power. On our cape, we will put on Distribution to get our abilities when we dodge near targets, which we will be doing all the time as it is necessary for this build to do what it needs to do. And we are going to take 2 bombers to do the same effect, but with just grenades. Now let's go over our weapons. We are going to want a shotgun with 1-2 punch. This will allow us to deal massive DPS just by shooting and punching in rapid succession. A good way to get a 1-2 punch shotgun is by crafting a Ragnheil D on the relic in the Enclave on Mars. The rest is up to you, but I personally use a Harsh Language with Adrenaline Junkie and a Crux Termination with Slide Shot and Surrounded. The stats are most important in this order: Resilience, Mobility, Discipline, and Recovery. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you all very, very soon.